Before we closed my salon yesterday, I told a few of my stylists not to clean their brushes because I'm going to show you how to clean them the way a professional would. Because if you don't get this right, it will throw off your entire hair routine. Here's how that happened to one of my clients. Every time this client came in, she would tell me, Chris, my hair starts getting greasy so quickly. How do I fix it? It could have been a million different things, so I put on my thinking cap and I asked her, does your hair get greasy when you get your hair done in the salon too? And she goes, no. Actually, it's weird that you say that because it only happens when I do my hair at home. So at that point, I know we're on to something and I'm like, all we have to do is figure out what you're doing differently at home than what we do here at the salon. So we went over the exact shampoo that we used, everything with every step so she could do the exact same thing at home. She leaves and then a couple months later, next time she comes in, she walks straight up to me and she's like, Chris, my hair is still greasy at home. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. So again, I show her everything. This happens like 3 or 4 more times and eventually we just give up and kind of leave it at that. And anybody who knows me knows that this bothers me so much because I always like to...
Right.
Anyway, one day she comes back in with this huge smile on her face. She comes up to me and whispers, Chris, I finally figured it out. I bought a new brush and now my hair, it's never greasy. I had that old brush for years and I never cleaned it once. It was the dirty brush making my hair greasy the whole time. And as she's telling me this, I know I have this look on my face where I'm like, okay. It's my job to tell people to clean their brushes. I didn't do that. Clean your brushes, let's get into it. Cleaning tools. When it comes to cleaning tools, you have a couple different options. A lot of stylists like this little rake type thing. There's a couple different versions of this guy. You have the big one up top and then you have the small one, whatever. I'm not super into these because they kind of look like a torture device or something. And in my opinion, they just don't work that well at all. If I'm cleaning brushes, I want to get in and out as fast as possible. I don't want to feel like I'm spending 3 hours raking my lawn or something. Get out of here. Some people use a rat tail comb like this to get the hair out of their brush. And you just kind of go like this, but as you can see, this is not a good tool for doing this. This is complete silliness. Do not use a rat tail comb to get hair out of a brush. Get out of here. Next up, a lot of my stylists like to use a wide tooth comb to get the hair out. I have no idea how this first caught on in my salon, but all of my stylists have been doing this for like 4 years now. And as you can see here, this is definitely better than the rake or the rat tail comb because it actually pulls the hair out. And if you try to go fast, it can like get caught and make this noise and it's just kind of aggressive. And that is totally fine for stylists, but if you walked into my salon and saw me with this like going at the brush, it might be a little bit scary, so I don't use this. What I like to use is a teasing brush. I buy these really, really cheap but super thick teasing brushes. They look a little ridiculous, but they absolutely get the job done. Usually 1 or 2 quick slides down the brush. And look at that, it's crazy. All this hair is gonna end up right at the ends and we're gonna pull it right off the brush. This thing overpowers all the hair so good, I love it. So much faster. The downside to this, like I said, is that they're kind of ugly. But let's be honest, how pretty does your brush cleaner need to actually be? How fancy are you?
Very, very fancy. The fanciest.
All right, so those are your options for tools that will get the hair out of your brush so much faster. And you may be like, okay, great, my brush is clean now. Your brush is not clean. This is just your maintenance between actually cleaning and washing your brushes because you don't have time to wash your brushes every day, so you can do this instead. I really recommend you take 10 seconds every time you brush your hair to get the hair out of it. That way you aren't brushing last week's hair into this week's clean hair. Leaving the hair in your brush is the hair care equivalent of leaving dirty dishes in your sink. Yes, everybody does it, but only when nobody else is gonna see. Because deep down, we all know that it's gross and we shouldn't do it. So take pride in yourself, take pride in your hair. If I came over to do your hair for you, you'd make sure the brush was 100% clean, right? So do the same for yourself. Washing your brushes. All right, so you got the hair out of your brush, but your brush is still gonna have this like oil and buildup and stuff left on it that looks gross kind of like this. We need to clean all of this off so it doesn't get smeared back all over your fresh, bouncy, clean hair. Here's how we're gonna do it. The first thing you're gonna do is soak your brushes in hot water, because hot water is gonna do most of the cleaning work for you. It's gonna loosen everything up. That way, when we come back later, everything is gonna be really, really easy to clean. You're also gonna wanna add some type of cleanser in there if you're fancy.
The fanciest.
You can use a shampoo, or if you're more like balling on a budget, you can just use some dish soap. I've done both, and honestly, I can't really tell the difference between the two, so do whatever makes you happy. The only exception to this is if you have one of these really fancy brushes that costs like hundreds of dollars.
The fanciest.
In that case, what you're gonna do is you're gonna have your butler clean it for you. Moving on. All right, so we're gonna get some hot water here. Fill this whole bowl up here. You can just as easily do this in your sink if you like. Next step is you're gonna put your cleanser in there and then stir it around a little bit, hopefully without splashing any water on yourself or anything. Then you're gonna make sure that your brushes are all facing down and actually fully covered in the water, because if they're sticking out, the water isn't gonna start breaking down all the goop. And quick PSA, this is not just for brushes. Every time you do this, I would really encourage you to also add in things like your clips, your combs, anything that touches your hair repeatedly and gets product and oil and stuff on it needs to go in here so it gets cleaned. And whatever you do, don't be like me and use a bowl that's so small the brush won't fit all the way in. All right, so after letting these guys soak in the warm water for a couple minutes, all the crusty stuff should be dissolved and loose in the water. Fingers crossed. That way, when we do the next step and come in and scrub these guys, it's gonna be super easy, super quick, and super clean. But the thing is, we are not ready to start that step because all the water is gross in here and it has all that stuff still in it. So we're taking this bowl, dumping all the water out, and rinsing all the brushes with hot water so that they're pretty close to clean. A big reason to do this, and this is really important to me personally, and it probably will be for you as well, is that when you're scrubbing, the bristles tend to flick water back up into your face. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you will soon as you try this. You can wear one of those weird face shields that some people started wearing, but I'm not wearing one of those. All right, so now that we've rinsed the brushes with hot water, most of all the dirty, grimy, gross stuff is gonna be gone. All we have to do now is get in and scrub the little bit that's left. So let's scrub the stuff. All right, scrubbing time, everyone's favorite time. Back in the day, I was taught to use an old style toothbrush to scrub back and forth and get these things clean. The only thing you have to make sure to remember is to rinse it off before you use it on your teeth again.
What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean?
Just kidding. I really hope you don't use one of these on your actual teeth because they don't get your teeth clean at all. That's why I use an electric toothbrush. And trust me, if you can't trust one of these to get your teeth clean, you cannot trust them to get your brushes clean. And that's kind of the whole thing that we're going for here. So get out of here. Instead, what I like to use are denture cleaners. I admit denture cleaners are not that sexy sounding, but trust me, the first time your hands get on one of these, you're gonna be like, holy crap, this is mind blowing. I swear, dentures must get really dirty because these guys are strong. They're bigger, they're stiffer, and they get your brushes cleaner so much faster. All you have to do is a little, and if you did everything right, this should go really, really easily. You remember how dirty that thing was? There's barely anything left. Now, if you have a wooden brush, the rules are gonna be slightly different because wood expands when it gets wet and all that stuff. So the rule for wooden brushes is this. You're gonna take it in your right hand and then you're gonna kind of warm up your shoulder like that. You're gonna throw it right in the garbage. Get out of here. It's complete silliness. Stop wasting your time on that. We gotta keep moving. Come on. After you're done scrubbing all of your brushes, make sure to rinse them again in the hot water to get all the extra debris and gunk out of there. And then all you're gonna do is just set them on a towel like this. And you're just gonna kind of pat them dry. You don't have to get them super dry. They're gonna dry on their own. Now, if you didn't listen to me earlier and you used the old style toothbrush instead of the denture cleaners, It's okay, it's totally fine, but you might still have some gunk on your brushes. That's when you want to come in with something sharp like a rat tail comb, or it could be anything. It could literally be a pen just to kind of pick the little clumps out of your brush. But I'm telling you, you should really use these denture cleaners. The denture people know their stuff. You can use this to clean almost anything. You can clean your baseboards, you can clean your cabinets, you can even clean an albino alligator. How often should you clean brushes? That's the real question here. This is kind of a process, so you don't want to be doing this like all the time, every day, you know? But you also don't want to wipe gross stuff all over your clean hair. Even a small amount of buildup here will make you have to wash more often and make a difference in your hair. The real answer here is that it depends. It depends on how much product you use. It depends on how oily your hair gets, if you have dandruff or flakes or something like that. But let's be real, I'm not gonna go through like 20 different brush washing schedules for every type of hair. I'm just gonna give you a rule of thumb so you have one rule to live by. What I usually tell clients to do is clean your brushes once a month. Ideally, it would be like every 2 weeks, but let's be honest, it's just not gonna happen. The real trick here is not to make this into some huge, big thing. This is how I would do it if I were you. It's really fast and doesn't take any time at all. After you wash your hair and do your hair, soak your brushes in your sink really quick and then forget about them. Go eat ice cream on the couch and watch Netflix or something. Doesn't matter. Then, whenever you come back into your bathroom, you'll be like, oh, look at these pre-soaked brooch.
Can you make this a brooch for him?
Then, whenever you come back into your bathroom, you'll be like, oh, look at these nice pre-soaked brushes. All I have to do is scrub them for a second. So you drain your sink, you rinse them real quickly, scrub them really, really fast, and then put them on a towel to dry. It's really quick and really easy. Set an alarm on your phone once a month that says, Chris wants you to clean your brushes. And then make sure not to let me down. We are going to get you the hair of your dreams here. It is not that hard. Big piece here, tell your friends, tell your family. If you're still trying to find the right products, check out my recommended product list in the description. Thank you so much for hanging out today. Let's do it again soon. Have a good one.
Clean your brushes, you dirty jokers.